me? Okay, so as I was saying, one of the good things, as you would have seen on our slide that was there, your future is now, guys. No matter what you were in before, what you did before, no matter what circumstances you may have passed through before, I want to promise you that what you're going to see this evening is different for so many reasons than anything that you might have experienced before. Zaneta, are you there? Are you ready? Okay. All right, so Zaneta is just getting our slides up. There we go. There we go. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Well, welcome to your guests. Welcome to Renee. Welcome to Rondell as well. It's great that you're here. You could have been anywhere else. So we're going to get right into it, guys. We're going to get our session started. Again, let me go ahead and get my camera on so that you know you're talking to a real boy. So all right, there we go. So again, welcome to each and everyone. As you guys can already tell, I'm very, very excited about this collaboration between myself and the boss lady, Zaneta Williams, guys. Like it says, your future starts now. Zaneta, do I have control of the screen of the slides? Not yet? Okay. Yeah, hook me up.
And
good stuff. Yeah, guys. After being in the industry so long, it's interesting to see so many people. People are looking for opportunity, and I always say that opportunity is never lost; it just passes on to someone else. And when you come across something that is really good, you really should share with others. We share everything else. So when we get great opportunities, I feel like we have a responsibility to make sure that those people that we care about also can benefit, and we do that by sharing with them the information that we have. I'm trying to move Z. I'm not able to yet.
Can you move the by the arrow?
No. What you can probably do is am I on as co-host? I'll just probably pull it up on my thing, and then I just
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So give us 1 second, guys. Let me stop that for now, and we are going to pull up things on this side, and then we're gonna roll. Right? Murphy's always try to sneak in, but we're not gonna let Murphy sneak in this room tonight. Nope, no sorry. All right, here we go. All right, so guys, if you can see the slides nice and clearly, if the audio is good, go ahead and type number 1 in the chat real quick, just so that we know that our audio is good, the visual is good, and everything is just kosher right now. Yeah? All right, fantastic. So again, guys, welcome to this call. So what are we talking about tonight, y'all? We are talking about X nodes. All right, one of the hottest things to hit the direct sales industry over the last year and a half. Everyone is talking about it. We've been attracting some of the biggest people, the biggest names, biggest organizations, and the biggest investors. Our company has set a goal to literally hit $500 million this year of 2023. You got to ask yourself this question. Do you want to be part of a company before it hits $1 billion or after it hits $1 billion? This is X Node powered by DEP, y'all. DEP stands for Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology, okay? We do what major other companies out there are spending millions and billions of dollars trying to do, trying to find commodities. We are able to do it without destroying the environment in the process. This is where we combine the power and the earning potential of cryptocurrency with the stability of commodities. And everybody wants some stability, yes? So that's what we're doing. Now we've combined and collaborated with IX Global. So we've got a combination here where it's IX Global and the DEP box. They've combined, they're now working together, and through this collaboration, the company has gone viral, all right? This company, IX Global, started around May of 2020, and Between then and 2021, the company did about $22 million. Now, here it is. A lot of companies literally try to get to that stage over a couple of years. They did it in their very first year of business. In 2022, the company set a goal for achieving 100 million US dollars. They broke that and did $206 million in 2022. So we've been breaking records left, right, and center. Now, I always believe, and I've always heard, that documentation beats conversation. Guys, if you go to Business for Home, you will see that our company right now is the #1 top momentum company in the world of direct sales. Now, anyone can say that what they have is the best or the greatest, but documentation beats conversation. And we've just been doing it over and over and over. Our first 2.5 weeks in business, the company did over $2 million in its first 2 weeks on just 2 of our projects. But here's the thing. I'm not the one that's going to be telling you about these projects this evening. That particular aspect, I'm going to hand that over to a lady who is a boss in her own right. You know, someone who's been in the industry for a while, leading a global team and a global organization. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hand the controls back over. So I'm going to stop sharing, Zaneta, and you can go ahead and you can do your thing. I'm going to hand the controls back over to her, and she is literally going to take you through the various projects that we have, what they are, and exactly what is making this company and this opportunity be what it is and allowing it to grow at the speed that it's growing at. All right. So Zaneta, it's all that you can go right ahead, my dear, and take over.
Thank you for such a awesome and an awesome introduction. Everyone, if you're here tonight, you're in the right place. You're in the right place because it's the right place and the right time in the world to be entering into crypto-backed commodity investments. I know all of you all have heard about the crypto market. If whether you are new to this or you've been in this for a little while, you all know that you can win a lot of money in crypto and you can lose a lot of money in crypto. So what's exciting about this program is the fact that we are actually marrying 2 awesome assets together. We are marrying a high earning, intangible digital asset with a commodity, which is a high earning tangible asset. When you marry those 2 things together, we're now able to control risk, right? Investing is all about, can I control my risk? We do not want to just throw money at the wind and hopefully leave it, forget it, and hopefully it turns into something. If we were farmers and we planted our farms that way, we would not have any crops at the end of the year. You have to pay attention to your investments. You have to make sure that you can mitigate your risk. And how can you do that? By learning more about what you're getting involved in, by making sure you have as many controls in place as possible. So IX Global and Xbox, which they have and have created Xnode, which we're about to talk about right now, have come together to do exactly that for the average everyday person. And what's so exciting about this is the fact that commodities is something that you and I cannot probably, I'm not going to speak for everybody because maybe you guys have a lot more money than me. So someone in here might have $70,000 lying around. I don't know who has $70,000 just lying around, but if you do, you might want to raise your hand and put it in the chat, right? But even if you had $70,000 lying around, you still could not invest in crypto commodities. Why? Because you still have to be a vetted investor. And then are you vetted? That means that you have to have more than 70,000 laying around. Then you have to be an institution. So there's so many different variables in order for you to even get involved in investing in crypto licenses that IX Global decided. They came with a phenomenal idea, like, okay, you know, hey, like, why not give this to the average person? Let's let people get involved and getting crypto licenses. Yes. Can you invest in crypto through the stock market? Yes, you can. Can you get a license? That's another thing. So that's why this is so exciting. We're going to interchange the word license with nodes. When you hear nodes and license, we are saying the same thing. So just make sure you understand that that's one and the same. So what's so exciting about this is the fact that now that we have this merger of two things, it actually allows us to sleep a little bit better at night, because when we're investing, if you want to invest in crypto, you're constantly either going to be constantly watching the market. If you leave it and forget it, you might come back and it might not be there, or it could be there. But at the end of the day, if you don't know when to pull it out, if you're not guided through the market, you'll probably lose more than you earn. So crypto-backed commodities is what IX Global and Debtbox actually came together and said, okay, let's do this. Let's tokenize these projects so that people, the average person, can actually earn this and hold these through crypto. We always like to go with credibility, because credibility is everything. So I'm just going to go over this slide very quickly. If we have the links, CoachVere, you can drop it in the chat. If not, we'll do it at the end. But this is not, so we're not just blowing smoke up anyone's, in anyone's face. This is actually, Forbes has talked about what Debtbox is doing. CNBC has talked about what Debtbox and IX Global is doing. So these are things to let you know, like articles, like US-based articles that are saying, hey, guys, this could be a great investment because this is what's going on with that. I think that when, we all know the wins and the losers in the crypto space, or maybe if you've been in other programs before, and it's always a great thing when the country that you live in, their known media outlets are actually known and respected, because anyone can actually make a note about something, right? An article about something. But when it's respected, Forbes is highly respected. CNBC is another highly respected media source. So these are the ones that are talking about this. So that's exciting. So let's get into what we're so excited about. We're so excited about these projects that you guys are able to actually now invest in, and they are phenomenal. So Explorer is one of the first projects, or not one of the first projects, is one of the main projects now that is allowing Xnode, right, to be able to identify commodities around the world. How are they doing that? They're doing that through satellites. So using satellite software, that they're able to actually find deposits of gold, oil, minerals, whatever commodities that are there, they're able to actually identify it. And once they identify it, then they're able to extract it or hit it right on target. One thing is when you're looking for gold, oil, and all these other commodities that are in the earth, people have to kind of gauge, okay, it could be here, maybe it's here, maybe it's here. And by the time they dig and spend a lot of money, and whether they hit it or not, this is making them more efficient. What's exciting about this? So what does that allow us to do? We are allowed to be able to come in and be able to partake in this. So the same way, you can look at this the same way as you will look at Uber or Amazon or Airbnb, right? Xnode is able to actually be in commodities, which is allowing us to be in commodities without us actually having to take all the risk, all the cost, or anything. The same way Uber doesn't own not one taxi, one car to run around in taxi, and Amazon initially didn't own any stores, right? They were all digital, and Airbnb doesn't own any hotels. So, and all of these companies became billion-dollar companies overnight. And if someone would have said, hey, you guys, you want to invest in these companies? You want to get a license in one of these companies? I think after you saw Uber take off, or Airbnb take off, or Amazon take off, we would say, yeah, give us a few tokens. What do we have to do? You can let me get in for a couple of $100. I'm getting in, and I will hold my tokens because I know the value, and I've seen what being able to hold a tangible asset intangibly actually brings back to us. So Explorer is one of the projects that you can actually invest in, right? And so you can imagine how lucrative that can be. The next one, well, let's just go into some of them an overview of the project, so you can see like some of the projects that we're doing. So Black Gold was the first project that they did. Black Gold closed out. But when Black Gold closed out, it made a lot of happy people, and we'll talk about that later. Black Gold was oil. They were drilling for oil, so they were able to identify oil deposits. And once they were able to identify those oil deposits, because Xnode and IX Global, they all came together and was able to do that, we were able to then be able to have a portion of that, those royalties. Royalties means that they go on forever into infinity. You have natural gas, we have grow and aluminum, and we'll get into all of those in 2.2 seconds. Let's go into grow. Grow is the very next one. Grow is a project that actually allows farmers to be able to grow their farms efficiently. They're able to find water. So a lot of places and I heard that a lot of you guys are from the islands, and you know that in some places, I know that, irrigation is an issue, right? When we want to farm and we want to do things, you need to be able to have water. In order to get water, you used to have a pumping system. There's a whole process that goes on, right? So what the satellites are able to do, they're able to actually find water deposits underneath the ground and say, okay, you know what, listen, this is a great place for you guys to plant. So whether you had to plant, especially in warmer regions where you only can plant maybe one time a year because you have to wait for the rain season to come back, once they can find an underwater ground source, right, now they're consistently able to grow. Why is that phenomenal? Because it's sustainability. Like, one of the big things in the world right now is sustainability, environment. Anything that is going to move those mega trends are things that you want to be attached to, because those are things that are going to grow. Those are the things that you're going to see a lot of profit in. Then we have natural gas. Natural gas is another phenomenal one. Wherever there's oil, there's usually natural gas. So they're finding tons and tons of oil deposits all over the earth. And so therefore, where there's oil, there's natural gas, because that's just one of the chemicals that it creates, right? And so that means that these projects will be going on, and the opportunity for them to go on increases. That means that the value increases. That means that your investment increases. So we love natural gas. We have aluminum. Aluminum, as you know, guys, I mean, we all probably have some type of aluminum in our houses. Cans we drink out of our aluminum. There's aluminum in pots, but outside of just our regular houses, if you think about if you don't know, in the construction industry, there's tons of aluminum moving around because we need them for structure. We need them for systems. There's so many things that are inside your home, that built your home, that built buildings, that are on signs. When you're riding down the highway, you will see things that are mixed with aluminum. There's a lot of aluminum. So these are commodities that are utilized every single day in our every life. And that's what's so exciting about this, because you need them. It's not like they're trying to actually find commodities and then try to go find a buyer, right? We already have a buyer and a user, because we're the users. So therefore we have companies that are buying them and transforming them into usable and goods and services that we use every day. The next thing is digital linked gold. This is one of my favorite projects. When I looked at this project, I was like, wow, why is this one of my favorite projects? It should be one of yours too, because as the world goes digital, right? And as the world goes digital, and it will probably by 2030, they're projecting that that currency as you know it, handheld currency, will no longer exist, and everything will be digital. So what happens when that happens, right? What is going to be that one piece of currency that people are going to be able to use or feel safe in using, and that is gold. So that means that when we go digital, everyone is going to be looking to purchase, invest, and buy gold. So that means that automatically gold is going to go up. Why? Because the supply will decrease, be less of gold. So it means the demand goes up, the value goes up. So that's a phenomenal project to invest in. Bev is one of their newer projects that just came out. I'm excited about Bev. Why? Because I totally understand it. So let me explain you guys what Bev is. A beverage distribution. They came up with a phenomenal concept to say, okay, you know what? We are going to share. I'm sorry, we are going to give distribution to these small companies. I don't know whether you live in the islands or you live in the States, but wherever you live, I'm sure you've seen drinks and in one state, and you'll go somewhere else, you're like, wow, I can't find that drink, I don't see that here, I don't find, so why? Because those companies need distribution is costly, right? So you don't always have distribution, and sometimes it comes with connections as well. I have a girlfriend that has her own water company, and distribution is always gonna, I wouldn't say it's a challenge for her, but it's always a challenge just getting it for one. It's a lot of work getting your distribution out there and then getting the investors to back that. So therefore, what do? What did they do? They came in and said, you know what? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, orange juice, everything, Tropicana, like you can pretty much find them in every state, in every store. These are staples that you guys know when you see them. If you live in the United States, if you live in the islands, then I'm sure you guys have your staples of beverage of choice. But I can tell you one thing, Coca-Cola and Pepsi is everywhere. I just came back from Egypt, and that's all they talk. When they talk about soda, is just Coca-Cola. They were so excited about Coca-Cola. So on the other side of the world, they have distribution. But that leaves a little guy out there sitting there saying, hey, well, what are we doing? Like, how can we even be a part of this, right? And the same thing with UPS. UPS started overnight, right? Like you would think that they started overnight. Why did they come into the industry? Because Federal Express was only focused on 3% of the business population, which was big business, right? And they could afford their overnight fees of paying 70, 80 bucks to get a package from here to California by tomorrow morning. And the little guy couldn't afford that. Like once in a while, you might do it because you have to do it, but you're not going to do that on a regular basis. So they probably kind of thought they weren't even their market. But the reality of it was, and they was making money hand over fist, hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, why do we need to pay attention to the other 3% of the market? Well, if you want to find a niche, right? If you want to go into a niche, you want to go into a niche that's sitting there and has a need. You don't want to go into a niche that you're just going to create. So UPS popped up, said, hey, I'm going to take everything. They became $1 billion company overnight by reducing their costs, picking up in volume. Bev is doing the same thing, pulling resources together, allowing companies, these smaller companies, to get the distribution they need. This is why they made over $250 million in 1 week. The license has already doubled in value, probably within like 60 days. So this is another exciting project. I'm just excited about all these projects. Blocks is another one. Blocks is real estate. If you guys know anything about real estate, I'm sure you do, because you probably live in a house or an apartment or something somewhere. So whether you own it or you rent it, you know a little bit about real estate. Now, let's think about big buildings. Like, would you love to be a part of a big real estate project? A REIT. A REIT is a real estate investment trust. We have them all over New York. I live in New York. So in New York City, you see skyscrapers all over the place, right? Can you be a part of that REIT directly? Can you go and say, hey, can I please have a share? Or can I have a license in the new Tower 1 in the World Trade Center downtown? No, you cannot. Can I have a share over here in this new building, this skyscraper that you're building, or this high rise? No, you cannot, right? Why? Because we, once again, are not vetted. We don't have the money. And even if you have the money, you still have to be an investor that has enough value. And then everyone, just because you have money, you don't put everybody into your project. So it doesn't even work that way. So what's exciting about this is that they have kryptonized the real estate game, the real estate industry, and they're allowing people to be able to come in and purchase a license or rent a license, right, for a certain amount of time to be a part of this that generates you long-term wealth, which is phenomenal, right? So how do you get into these? And these are just some of them I've mentioned this evening. One thing about the company is that they're constantly rolling out new projects, right? So it's phenomenal. However, some of these projects close. When the projects close, then they're gone and you can't get them again, meaning that you cannot buy a license. Why would you want to buy a license? Because you own it forever, right? But if you cannot afford to buy a license, you can rent a license. And that's what I love about this program. That means that anybody can do it. It's that easy that anyone can do it. You can rent a license for $250. Or if you have some funds that you like to invest more than that, you can buy a license and own that license forever and let it do what it does. And I'm going to let CoachVere talk about what it does. But in the meantime, let's go to why is it so important? Like, you know, in the license, in this strategy that they have, right? Us being able to rent the nodes, us being able to buy the nodes, these nodes mine coins, right? So that's what's exciting. Remember, nodes and license are interchangeable, guys. So I don't want to lose anyone. When I say node, I mean license. When I say license, I mean node. Okay, so these two things are interchangeable. So how do they connect it back to the crypto market is the question. That's the big question of the day. So you're bringing it back together, how? Through by the mining. So if you guys know anything about Bitcoin, all of you probably heard a little bit about Bitcoin. That's probably why you're excited about crypto anyway, because you know there's a lot of money to be made in it. And you're like, okay, where and how and where and how can someone show me? So what they've done is the same way when crypto came out, and just like any of the coins, if you look at the crypto market, you'll see that they'll come in as fractions of a penny, right? And then they grow from there. Your desire is always to get in on the ground floor. Everyone that had Bitcoin when it first started, they are and kept it. Those are the ones that became multimillionaires and billionaires from Bitcoin in itself because they held on to it, right? And so therefore, this is the same thing that the nodes do. The nodes mine coins. They mine coins, and those coins, you hold on to those coins, and then within a certain time period, the coins grow in value. So that's why the investing side of this is phenomenal, right? So let's give you an example. This is natural gas. So this is the natural gas example. It doesn't even matter. Bottom line is that regardless, whatever node that this is right here that we are looking at, but it is I thought it was on here, but whatever node we're looking at, what it does is that every node, if you're going to rent a node, let's say that I want to rent a node because I want to try it out. Period. Let's not say you don't have it. You say you want to try it out. Okay, so I'm going to rent a node. I'm going to rent a couple of nodes. So you rent one node for $250. Over 60 days, it's going to mine coins. Every day it's mining coins. So this example right here is actually mining coins from 14,000 to 18,000 a day, right? So this is your daily range of coins for 60 days. 60 days having this, it is natural gas license. It is bringing you 14,000 to 18,000 coins a day. So therefore, at the end of 60 days, you would have 7,800 and something thousand coins that you own, right? At this value right here. So let's say you had it at this value, which is 0.0022. I told you it was a fraction of a penny. If you calculate these two together, this number by that number, you get the balance, okay, the value what you have today. Remember, when Bitcoin came out, that's what people had. It was even less than this. And so therefore, they had thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of coins, and it might have only been worth $1 at that time because a dollar can go into infinity. I'm sorry, a number can keep going to infinity till it almost goes to zero. So there's so many zeros that it has in between that. Why a lot of people felt like, what is this? This is a game. This doesn't have any value, and they just gave their stuff away. But what's exciting is that every time one of these zeros disappear, your money exponentially grows. And that's what's so exciting about this. And that's what happened with Bitcoin. So let's just say that it went to 0.01. This number right here would turn into $7,882. If it went to 0.10, meaning 10 cents, each of the coins you own, this number goes to $78,000. $1 goes to $788,000, and $10 goes to $7 million. That's just one rental of one node. And I know that we all have money that we spend. Listen, my phone, and I'm sure everybody else's phone costs them probably about $1,000 anyway, somewhere around there. Like, we spend money. It's just really about how we redirect our money so we can build wealth for ourselves. Why are we even talking about that? is because BLDG was their first project that they ever released, right? That was a black gold. We talked about that in the beginning. If you saw on the first slide, that license is closed out. However, it created approximately 300 liquid millionaires. When we say liquid, that means that it's not just on a screen. It's not here, you know, where you're like, okay, I got $1 million over here, you know, and then you wake up tomorrow and it's all gone. It means that they literally pulled out $1 million worth of coins that their nodes had mined when after the project closed within a 10-month period. And there was over 300 people became liquid millionaires. There was more than that, but everybody didn't pull their money out, right? Some people decided to hold on to it. You know, some people then pull out millions of dollars. Some people pulled out like, okay, well, this is just what I want right now. So, you know, everybody had their own decision. But the bottom line is that this is what happened. This is why it's so exciting to be able to have this, because once you are a part of this investment, this crypto-backed commodity investment, all of those coins that your node rents out, if you decide to do a rental, then that means that you own those coins forever. You can you can sell them as you want. Remember, let me go back to the slide real quick, right here. You are in control of your destiny. If you say, hey, it got to 0.01 cents and I need my $7,000, you can do that. If it gets to 0.10 cents, I want my $78,000, you can do that. You can wait or you can pull. You can take some, you can leave some. Like, you know, that's why we love this. You're in charge of your own thing. What's also exciting about this is that they're actually coming out with a debit card. So that means that you'll be able to transfer all of your coins as they grow. And I suggest let them grow onto a debit card, and you'll be able to use them as currency. There's so many people that I know that have crypto credit cards, and someone will say, hey, do you take credit card? Do you take crypto? And they say, no, we do not take crypto, sir. Sorry. No, we do not take crypto, miss. Sorry. And it's like, oh, and after they pay for their goods or services, they're like, well, now you do. Right? So that's what's so exciting. You're able to transfer it directly onto your debit card. It doesn't even have to go to your bank if you don't want to. So how does all this work? How does that work? How does it work? It works by these 3 steps. Step 1, purchase a mining license. I told you guys licenses and a node is one and the same. Get it activated. Your license must be activated before it will begin mining. So once you get it activated and it will start to mine. 2, earn your rewards daily through the mining process. You can watch them roll in on your rewards section. You'll be able to see how many coins do I have today. You can watch every day to see how many coins you're eliminated. Step 3, withdraw your rewards and redeem their value for other tokens, additional license, or whatever else you want. So you can withdraw if it makes enough money for you. You could withdraw some of it and maybe buy another node, or you could just leave it and let it grow. I always say get involved in the projects that you believe in. Like I love probably 3 or 4 of these projects that I'm very much in love with. So those are the ones that me personally would invest in. But however, you guys do what you want, but get into what you believe in and know where your money's at. So we're going to transition over. I'm going to transition this mic back over. I'm going to throw the ball back to CoachVere so he can go in and tell you everything else that this business has to offer. But this is the first part. And without this part, almost nothing else makes a lot of sense, right? So if you're doing this, if you're renting or if you're buying, if you are investing in loads and nodes or licenses, then everything else that CoachVere is going to make a lot of sense. Coach, are you there? Are you there?
Yep, I definitely am. Definitely am. Wow, I'm here just like, man, I'm ready to sign up again. Shoot. Oh man, that was just fantastic information, guys. Guys, how do you guys feel about that information? Do you guys all agree that we've got something big right now in our hands? Drop a number 3 in the chat right now if you would agree that the opportunity that we've got to be able to tap into the biggest commodities in the world and be able to actually earn money from them, I think it is absolutely one of the biggest opportunities that has ever hit this industry. I kid you not. I've been in the industry for 23 years, full-time, since 2009. I've sold travel, I've sold Forex, I've sold health and wellness products. I've done it all. I'll tell you something right now. I have never had an opportunity to be able to get money from a gold mine halfway across the world. I've never had the opportunity to be able to earn money from the oil industry, far less a multi-billion-dollar industry like that, the natural gas industry, never. So for me, this is right now the biggest thing that I've seen anywhere. And you know, I want to thank you, Zaneta. I think that you did an amazing job of explaining exactly why it makes sense. You know, one of the things that I liked about this business when I first saw it was the fact that it made sense, right? And nobody had to convince me. Nobody had to be like, oh, well, you know, man, you need to join this because, oh, you're just going to make money. Look, everybody in every company believes that they will make money. They've got the best product. They've got the best service. But here's the thing, guys. See, when it comes to crypto, just like Zaneta said in the beginning, like crypto right now is the way to go. Look at what's happening in the world. Look at what's happening to the dollars. Like crazy inflation. People are at a place right now where they're looking for a better store of value. They want to put their money someplace that makes sense. They want to put their money somewhere that can grow. Putting it on a bank is a waste of time. Having it all in crypto is risky. Let's not pretend. But we want the gains that crypto gives us, right? We want those big gains, but we don't want the risk because there's a lot of scams up there. So when you get a system that says, oh, wait a minute, let's take the huge upside growth potential of crypto and let's combine that with the stability of commodities. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a match made in heaven. And that's why this company has so quickly shot to being number one. Literally, I have started another company myself. I put that on the back burner because when I saw this, I realized I could offer more to my circle, to people that I know through this than anything that I had any kind of access to give to them. And that's why I did it. Like it says here, turn your phone into an ATM. Turn your smartphone into an ATM. Every single person has a phone. Every person there wants to make money. Persons who don't have money, they want to make money. It's only people that have money that talk about, oh, you know, money is not really that important. Oh, you don't really need money. Just be happy. You don't need money. I've never seen a poor or broke person talk like that. Right? People be trying to act like, oh, it's bad to have money. There's so much good that you can do with money. So much good. I want to have billions of dollars. Not because I'm greedy, because there's so much people that I can help. There's so much stuff I could do for people who don't have if I had billions of dollars. But you got to have it first. So again, you know, thanks Zaneta once more, man. That was just amazing. I hope everybody understands from a pure business perspective, the timing and positioning component of why this makes sense. Let's get a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into how you guys can take this opportunity now and turn it into a business. Yes? Everything that you just saw was completely passive. You can just buy some nodes, buy some licenses, and set yourself up for long-term generational wealth. If you believe in that, I do. I don't know if you do. But if you believe in that, type it in the chat right now, just for the purpose of affirming it. I want you to type it, to get into the action of typing it as an affirmation to attract it to yourself. I want you to type generational wealth, or better yet, I will have generational wealth. You gotta have a action statement before it. I will, not I might or I want. I will have generational wealth. And if that's what you want, I want you to affirm that in the chat right now by going through the action of typing it. And you know, some of you will not type it, you're shy, you know, you got your pride, you don't want to type nothing. That's all right. If you want it, speak it, put it into action words and affirm that for yourself. Because I do believe that what you speak, what you think is what you attract. Yes? Now, here's the thing. Before I get into the numbers, I got to give you the disclaimer, okay? So just so you understand, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to sell securities or investments either. I'm just here to give you information. All right. Everything that I'm going to show you in terms of figures is just examples for your benefit so you can get an understanding of what the potential could be based on your work ethic and how you develop an organization. Okay. But just examples. With that being said, let's talk a little bit about why we use a network marketing model for this. It's interesting because there's a lot of persons out there who still don't understand the difference between linear income and active income or residual income. And this is because we were never taught this. We were taught how to be consumers. Yes, we were taught how to make some money at a job and then go spend it at the stores and the business places of the people who actually understand money. So when an industry and a concept and a model is introduced that allows the average Joe to get in with no employees, with very low overheads, very low startups, and no special degrees that are needed, people go like, whoa, this is different. Nope, nope. This must be a scam, right? SCAM, still confused about money. When you hear people talking about scam, everything's a scam, it's called they're still confused about money, all right? But if you ever want to get over that state of being poor, and did you guys know that being poor and being broke is two completely different things? Being broke literally is a state of circumstance, where being poor is a choice. Being poor is a state of mind that you're in. So when you hear people speaking a certain way, they're speaking based on their mentality, their psyche and what they've been taught. And it comes usually from a place of being poor, that mentality. But imagine having a business model that literally is very low risk. You get to work at your own pace. You can work from wherever you want to. Like me, I've been working for myself from home for the last couple of years. You can travel when you want. You don't have a lot of money that you have to look for every month in rent. You don't have to worry about employees or staff and payroll and all of this stuff. All you do, the company said, look, we are going to take care of all of this for you. All that you do is just share it with a couple of persons who are looking for an opportunity. That's it. That is it. It's a franchise without the cost of a traditional franchise. For a couple dollars, you can spend and get the benefits of a real true franchise in the traditional world. Let me show you guys the different ways that this company pays us, okay, in terms of bonuses. So as we go on, you're going to hear a lot about being active. Now, being active means that you have an account that is in good standing. To do that, you want to have at least what we call points, 80 points. Every purchase you make, whether you purchase a node, whether you rent a node, or whether you buy a node, right? Whichever one you choose to do, that generates points. It's like how some stores give you points when you shop, and then later on you can go back and you can redeem those points, right? Or rewards, or how the credit card gives you credit card rewards or points, and you can travel with your credit card points. American Airlines does it, Expedia does it, but those points equate to dollars. Yes, same thing here. Every purchase you make, whether you buy 1 node or 10 nodes or 50 nodes, all of that generates points, and those points come back to you as dollars. Now, how easy is it to get started in this business? Well, here's the thing. We recommend you can come in for the lowest possible package. So let's say you're interested in getting your nodes, which is a long-term, you want to give yourself some time, a couple months, 2 years, 3 years even. Give yourself a chance to let your tokens accumulate some value. You're not in this for the short term, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days. You are here to make money. People who make money, people who understand money knows that if you're investing into anything, it's a process. Even if you open a fixed deposit account at your bank, you can't touch that within a year. And if you do, you get penalties on it. We're saying, look, Bitcoin hit $63,000 and it's not backed by anything. So give them tokens that are backed by the biggest commodities and assets in the world over. Give them a chance to grow as well. A few years, 2 years, 3 years, and watch what happens. Your life could literally change, as we saw in the example above. But what if you paid $50? You came in as a package, it's called a V package. $50. Anyone who is serious about making money, anyone who's serious about business, any business person knows you can't start any business for no $50. So what we're showing you here is a low risk, high yield type of business model. So let's say you come in, all right, you earn, you spend your $50, you come in with a V membership, and you refer two people, two friends. You said, look, I just came off of a presentation. I don't understand every single thing, but I heard enough that it made sense to me. We can get into the industry and we can earn from oil and gas and gold and silver and natural gas and all these different things, aluminum and real estate and all of these things we can do, right? And we can even get our foot in the door with $50. We can start from there. If you want to buy nodes, you buy your nodes. But you can get in, you put $50 in, and here's what happens. You refer two friends, and they say, well, look, I don't know about all this stuff, but I trust you, and it's $50. Shoot, you probably spend more than that if you, for a night out with two friends, you will spend more than that, all right? You can't even put $50 in your car for the week. So $50 to start a whole business, nobody on this call has to think about this. Everyone on this call tonight who's here for the first time should be signing up tonight. You don't have to think about a $50 decision. But if you do, then you need this business more than you are willing to admit. Let's put it that way. If you refer two persons, guys, you've just broken even. Your risk is now zero. Zero. Can anyone on the call tell me, what do you think most traditional businesses, or how long do you think they take to actually break even? Anyone here, any business persons on the call? It is known. About what period of time does it take for a traditional business to actually break even? I'll tell you right now, all right? About 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. And even if that business fails, you still have to pay that money back, wherever you borrowed it from, if you did. We're saying if you can find two quality people who are willing to change, who want to change their life and don't mind spending $50 for an opportunity to change their life, those two sales makes your business risk-free. Very easy. Now, what if you talk to 5 people? Now that's $125, and this is every month. This is not a one-off payment. This is why you want to build a business that has a monthly subscription. People be like, oh, but I don't like monthly fees. There's another bill. Give me something that's a one-time payment. Think about it. If it was a one-time payment, every time for you to make new money, you've got to recruit new people. It is harder to build a business where it's a one-time payment because it forces people to have to be consistently out there trying to recruit. In this business, if I talk to 10 people and they love the opportunity and nobody else joins, no person else, guess what? The next month, because these 10 people like the opportunity, they're going to pay their $50 again. Guess what? I earned $250 again if nobody else joins. I could not say that if this was a one-time payment. So I am glad that it's a monthly subscription. But the beautiful thing is, 2 single people and your business is now paying for itself. Somebody type risk-free in the chat. If you run up there, if you're a builder, this is for those of you who are leaders, you might talk to 20 people. You might have 10 people, I can do that. $50, easy. I can talk to 20 people myself. $500 US every month coming in. All right? 40 people, for those of you who believe that you are you a beast, right? 40 people, that's $1,000 US. This is $50, y'all. This is not $5,000. $50. It is doable. It's very realistic. Okay? 2 sales and your business is risk-free. Now, here's the thing. We get paid weekly. Okay? Weekly. Not monthly. Only one of our bonuses pays monthly. I'll talk about that. But you see these ranks? When you hit the rank of builder, that's $87.50 per week. When you hit the rank of producer, just the second rank, this is at least $200 per week. And by the way, this is fixed. This is not you get it this week and you might not get it next week, you know. This is you get it, you got it. For at least 4 weeks, right? At least 4 weeks of a month, you know you hit that rank, bam, you know you're getting your 200 every week, or 500 per week, or 1,000 per week. Let me ask a question real quick. Drop a 7 in the chat if an extra $1,000 per week could be life-changing for you. Be honest. Look, it don't matter how much money you make. $1,000 a week, that can do so much. That takes care of some kind of bill, whether it's gas, whether it's groceries, whether it's school fees for the children, whether it's mortgage, whether it's rent. Look, correct, Zaneta, we ain't turning on nothing. Now, understand what I'm showing you here. This pays, or this particular bonus pays up to $2,000 per week, not per month, per week, this bonus. But there's more. There's something called a team bonus. Now, we can go deep into all the logistics of it. I will save that for the persons who make a decision to get involved. It don't make no sense going all deep and overcomplicated stuff and give you information overload. If you want to make money, when you join, we can show you all the rest of the stuff, okay? Let me give you an overview. As a team commission, which is a binary, you know, left team, right team, company basically says, look, whatever team that has the lesser amount of points or volume every week, we're going to pay you between 10 to 20% of that amount. Okay? So if you got 1,000 on one and 500 on the next, you get paid 10 to 20% on the 500. If you got 15,000 on one and 10,000 on the next, you're going to get paid 10 to 20% on the 15,000. So whatever amount has the lesser amount, you get paid on that amount. In other words, the more balanced you keep it, the more money you make every week. This is on top of the rank bonuses and on top of the residual, perpetual, direct bonuses as well. This pays up to $500,000 per week. Pause for dramatic effect. Let that sink into your subconscious psyche for a little bit, guys. $500,000 per week. We have the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry that exists right now. Now, let me give you guys a strategy. Let me put this into some numbers. I love numbers. Let's assume, okay, work with me here. Let's assume that you came in, you said tonight, okay, get back to whoever invited you, say, you know what, okay, $50, shoot. Man, that's less than a large pizza. Let me spend $50, all right? I'm in. Bam. You talk to 5 people, you say, look, you got $50, you want to make some money? Let's do this business. Let me show you what it is. They get involved with you, whether they watch this recording or they watch one of our shorter videos or they come to a live, whatever, all right? You talk to 5 people in your first month. Your second month, those 5 talk to 5. So we're assuming, we're doing it slow, that it takes everybody an entire month to find 5 friends who can afford $50. Real slow. And by month number 5, based on this, just 5 who talk to 5, who talk to 5, who talk to 5, it's adding up. Now you're adding and you got 10 points as well. All right. When you hit apprentice gives you $100 per month. That's the only monthly bonus we get. That's $100 paid to you at the end of every month, plus whatever direct sale bonuses you've got. You talk to 5 people, that's another 125. So this will really be 225. It's as big as you want it to be. When you hit the level of builder, at builder now, you see here what the commissions would be. Anywhere from $87.50 to $500, from $200 to $1,000, from $1,000 to $5,000. Now, at this stage, what do? You upgrade from the V package, from the 10 points, sorry, and you want to have at least 80 points, okay? But at this stage, you want to aim for at least 2 nodes. The average person does anywhere from about 3 to 4 nodes, or 3 to 5 nodes, I would say. 3 to 5 nodes. I'm going to use an example, because I want to keep it realistic, of just 2 nodes per month. Not per week, per month, just 2. Because you're making money. You're doing this on a profit. Guys, you upgraded now, you've got 170 points, which is your 2 nodes, 80 and 80, that's 160, plus your monthly subscription of the V package is 10 PV. So you've got 170 points yourself. Now let's assume over the next 5 months, like I said, I'm purposely doing it in this slow version so you understand that if you really catch the vision of this, how big and how fast this could move. The next couple of months, each of those persons start to upgrade and they purchase at least 2 nodes. And they got their repackaged because they're making profits. They're buying this out of profits, yes? Look what happens. All of a sudden, you're in month number 7, okay? Month number 7, and same people are upgrading. These are not new people. This is just the same number of people just upgrading. So nobody else has joined after this month, if you want to put it that way. By month number 7, you're doing anywhere from $200 to $1,000. Obviously, it's going to be closer to the 1,000 than it is to the 200. By month number 8, you're looking at anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 per week. Then we're looking at upwards to 25,000 per week, because remember it maxes out at 2,000, and it keeps on going up. And of course, by month number 10, $125,000 per week. I want you to let that sink in for a second. Now, in the minute that you start to think 125,000 a week, nah, that can't be done. Let me remind you of something. IX Global we can boast of having the highest paid earner in the entire industry. To put it in layman's terms, of thousands and thousands and thousands of companies right now that exist in this industry, the company that you are listening to right now, this business, our company has the #1 highest paid earner in the world. Over $1.2 million per month. In his first year and a half, he was already up over 800,000. Here's the thing. This guy said he had never earned more than $10,000 per month in any company he's been in. For all the years he's been doing network marketing. Never earned more than $10,000 a month. And within a 2-year span, he has now moved not just to over $1 million, but he's the #1 in the world. As a matter of fact, of the top 500 earners in the world, 79 of them are all from this company. If you guys think that we're doing pretty good, somebody drop some fire in the chat. Documentation beats conversation. So when people be hitting me up like, hey, join this, join that, I'm like, I already got the cookie. Like, how do you convince me to step away from #1 to do what? To step down to #2, #3? I'm already dealing with #1. Already dealing with #1. So here's a question for you guys, and especially for those of you who are new. I want you to ask yourself, I want you to think about this. And seriously, we're about to come to an end. This is pretty much almost the last slide. Imagine a situation where you are able to work from anywhere that you choose. Literally, be it on the beach, be it in some other country or island, anywhere that you wish. All you need is a cell phone, and you can have money coming in, whether it's from nodes or from commissions. Imagine a debt-free life where you're in a place where you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe the bank. You don't own the car insurance company. You don't have to finish paying for your car. You don't have any debt at all. I want you to, if you got to close your eyes to imagine it, close your eyes and imagine it. A world where you are completely debt-free, where you can buy whatever you want. You can travel wherever you want, whenever you want. You can drive the car of your dreams, live in the house of your dreams. You can travel to the country that you've always wanted to go to, or countries. You have more time to spend with your family, more free time. You don't just go to work and come home, sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, wake up, go, rinse and repeat that every day for the next 10, 15, 20 years. I want you to understand, guys, that what we're showing you here is that for a 2-digit decision, you literally have an opportunity to work with a group of people who are all focused on one thing, and that's winning. That's winning. And we want to help you to do that. A lot of persons live life out of their past experiences, and this is why that they can't achieve the blessings that are awaiting them in their future, guys. I want to help you to understand that your fortune, it rests at just beyond your fear. It's on the other side. You just got to get past that fear of what didn't work, where you lost money, who did you wrong. It wasn't this. You weren't with this group. All right? We got an opportunity right now that can change lives. And I want to dare each and every one of you to make that change that will ultimately put you towards greatness. And do something that your future self will thank you for. All right? Guys, that is the end of our presentation for this evening. I really hope that something that you saw this evening, it hit you, it touched you, it woke you up, it got you excited. I'm super excited about it. I hope you are as well. We're going to open up for questions at this point. If there's anyone that has any questions that they would love to ask us, feel free to go ahead and do that. You can type it in the chat, or you can, raise your hand and, we'll unmute your mic for you, and you can go right ahead and ask your question, okay? Whether it's about the nodes, whether it's about the compensation plan, the opportunity, anything that it might be, okay? So, like I said, that's it. If you have to go, you gotta go, all right? Again, get back to
before you guys go.
Oh, sorry.
Here. Before you guys go, I want to know how many people are excited. How many people see this opportunity as an investment opportunity that could actually has a potential to change your life. Every investment you get into, you are trying to change your life. I don't care if it's your 401k plan. You are definitely trying to change your life so that when you retire, you'll be able to live life. If you're buying stocks in the stock market, you're investing because you're trying to change your life at some point. My point is that, does anyone see the value and how this can change your life? If you see that, I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat. And if you are interested in joining this program, I would love to see that. If you're interested, put a 2 in the chat. If you need to hear more information about it, put a 3 in the chat. We'll be back here on Thursday so that you guys we'll do this all over again. And, we will start training sessions shortly. I see 1, 2s, 3s. I see 2s, 3s. I love it. I love it. Yes, because there's a thing with first mover advantage, guys. And so there's so much that you don't even know about this that we really will tell you in training, because there's so much to get through in the presentation, and not to bog you down with all of the other things. We want to keep you guys excited. And then when you come to training, we get you even more excited because we tell you about all the other things that you can do and how you can do them. When we give you strategies and we teach you, we show you, not even teach you, we show you. It's so simple. When I tell you that this program is so simple, CoachVere has been in this space for what, 20 years? I forgot how many years he's been there. He's been here for a minute. I haven't been there as long as him, like maybe 5 years. But the bottom line is that, you start to realize that there's a lot of money to be made in crypto. And as long as someone is willing to guide you, educate you, and give you a strategy, you can actually change your life. The one thing about cryptocurrency, and when it comes to the demographics in the world, 11%, the last time I checked, these numbers might have changed. I need to go back and check my stats. But the last time I checked, the stats were 11% Caucasian, 17% Hispanic, and 28% African Americans. What does that mean? It just means that, people are looking for opportunities. What's so exciting about this is that when you talked about the person, forgot his name, what's his name, in India. He has this big team in India. India, guys, like their dollar is 1 to 80 of an American dollar. That means that their families have to come together, pool together. They are doing whatever they can to change their life. And so when you can see that even the poorest country can do it, is we know that there is, like, America is untapped soil. Like, there people over here haven't even, like, this is so new that, and it's amazing because a lot of people don't know about it, right? But a lot of people want to know about it. You ask your friends, hey, do you know about crypto? Everybody's usually they get excited. They want to know. Well, tell me. Some people shy away because they're like, well, I don't want to be the one person in the room that doesn't know about it. But the reality of it is most people do not know. All you have to do is know your investment. Learn what you're learning in the crypto space. Once you know that, you become an educator and a leader, and that's on that topic. And I told you, you want people to follow you, you educate them on something. You can educate them, then they will follow you. I had this conversation with my hairstylist and my manager in my store the other day. She put her hand on her face. And we were talking about, listen, educating people about hair. If you educate people about hair, she's been in this game for so long. She's so phenomenal. It's like, man, like people are gonna follow you. They want to. People are looking for someone to show them how to do things. Crypto, there's a lot of money in this space. I want you guys to get in here, make money hand over fist. We teach you how to do that. So I'm looking forward to engaging and interacting with each and every one of you. If you are interested in this, definitely please text the person that sent you here, and they will definitely get you a link and get you involved. There is something, like I said, to most first movers advantage. This is phenomenal for so many reasons.
That's right. All right. Let's